Hey guys, this week's episode is brought to you by none other than motherfucking Adam and Eve. Y'all know we've been rocking with Adam and Eve for a long time. So many of you guys have let us know how y'all use the promo code to get discounts on your sex toys to spice up your bedroom. And we're bringing it to you again. So go ahead, enter promo code WD50 over at adamandeve.com and get 10 free gifts on top of 50% off almost any one item. So y'all know, go in there, get a little expensive shit, get your 50% off, but they're adding on 10 free gifts. So you get a sexy item for him, a special gift for her, and the third item that both of you guys can enjoy, but also you're getting free movies. So 6 free movies come along with that, along with free shipping and handling, okay? So go on over again to adamandeve.com, use promo code WD50, and go ahead, spice up the bedroom. Now, let's get on with the show. Before we start this week's episode, I want to let you know that we will be in motherfucking Charlotte and Orlando this week. So we need y'all to pull the fuck up on Wednesday to Charlotte. Y'all made us come, so
Charlotte,
y'all better
y'all
come the
have
fuck
shown
up.
us a lot of love in Atlanta. So I know y'all motherfuckers coming through, and I know that building is going to feel really packed. But where the pressure is at is our motherfucking hometown, ho. I'm trying to fucking come out to some Florida-ass, ghetto-ass motherfucking song. Matter of fact, I've been wanting to talk to Mandy about this because I just passed by it on my playlist, and this is going to be our Florida walkout song. I'm just confirming it with you now because it has
Well, you just said it was. Like, I don't have to say this is our walkout song.
Because now we're going to be held accountable. You know what song this is?
Well, I would hope so.
Okay, take a guess before I keep playing it.
No, I was hoping it was K Wayne with it, but okay, I guess not. What is this?
You don't know what it is?
This what we coming out to?
Ghetto bitch. What's Charlotte's ghetto ass song? Hurry up and
y'all
tweet
let
it to us and we'll come out to that motherfucker.
Anyways, if you haven't yet, be sure to get your tickets at HoreibleDecisions.com. Looking forward to seeing you all there. Now let's get on with the show. So guys, it's motherfucking, damn, I always want to say it's Monday, but I be forgetting some of y'all hoes be late. So maybe it's not Monday for you, but we are here with another episode of Whoreible Decisions. You hoes better be hoeing it up for the 2020, baby. And yeah, this your girl, Mandy B, a.k.a. Full Court Pumps, a.k.a. That Bitch, a.k.a. Pat the Stallion, and everything else you know me the fuck as.
Hi, I'm Wheezy. It's my birthday month, and I want you to know that you can donate a great cause to the ACLU, Black Doms, Black fucking Twitter hoes, Black girls OnlyFans. Do that in Wheezy's name. Amen for my birthday. All right.
Say it there. Say it there. We are joined by a guest today, and I'm so happy. So this, real quick too. I want to let you know just a little bit how special you are, because do you know how many people hit us in our DMs and tweets and be like, I want to be a guest on the show, and we always respond, well, what makes you a good guest? What, someone was just writing, well, I got some good stories.
Oh,
and I'm just like,
the way that this like started, right? When Mandy and I were first like starting to have guests, because I don't really think we knew what the flow of the show would be at first, the first few. But I remember like 10 episodes in, this girl wrote, hey, I would love to be a guest on Whoreible Decisions. Please let me on, me and my friend so-and-so. We live, this place will be in New York on this date. And I was like, okay, well, what makes you special, right? For example, if it was Diaper Boy, hey, I have an ABDL fetish.
Yeah.
We could say Taylor McFly, oh, I do this. This is my thing. She was like, we're just so crazy. And we've got crazy stories.
But this is literally what we get from guys, girls.
Now, what I would like to say to you, ma'am, the YouTube viewers, the listeners, whoever, we are so crazy and we already do a podcast. So, bitch, what about you? Because we already do it. Now what? Can you bring somebody in that we don't do what the fuck you do, Tay?
Well, yeah, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Tay.
What up?
AKA FairyHoe Mother.
I love it.
Thank you. And I am a erotic communicator, AKA phone sex operator.
I love it. So somehow we are almost 200 over 200 if you count Patreon. We're over 200 episodes, and this is kind of our first conversation about this. But what's crazy is I used to also go on the phone chat lines. So we're going to get into this because when you told me this, I did my little research, clicked your link. You also like give classes. So I definitely want to get into that. But I didn't know that it was still a thing.
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
So, have you guys been watching Love is Blind?
No, I haven't.
So if you don't know what this show is, by the way, our listeners really put me onto this shit. It's on Netflix, and basically it's a dating show where you can.
Oh, I did see that.
So where you-
I did.
these-
Okay,
so
I
you
did.
get
for it,
married
yeah.
to the person on the show, but you can't see what they look like before you get engaged. So there's like 20 people in the house. The guys are 10, girls are 10, something like that. And they go behind this wall and they go on dates. There's a couch, they'll drink wine, and they'll go on the dates, but they can't see each other. And these people are truly and deeply falling in love.
Oh my God, I gotta
my
watch
God.
it.
And
It's
one
like
of the things
deeper
they
than,
say.
what's that other show? What's the other show?
30 Day Fiance. Oh, Married at First Sight.
That's
Oh,
like
I
real
never
deep.
seen
But also, I love
mean,
that
it's
Netflix
crazy.
is getting into the reality side of
Me
this
too.
because
Yeah.
I actually loved The Circle, as corny as it
Circle
fucking
was
was.
good.
The Circle was good, but I thought that it brought great attention to social media and how catfishing works and why people are still using other people's pictures and why they don't feel comfortable.
Because we love being in people's business. But I brought that up to say that a lot of people were saying, "I love your voice. Oh my God, your voice," and they're getting addicted to this person's voice and hearing their voice because they can't relate to them in a physical realm.
Yeah.
And it just really means a lot to have a good voice. And they say that podcasters as well have great voices, and this is why we do what we do. So technically, bitch, you a podcast on the phone.
I am.
I listen. The way the rasp hits some men, they love it.
No, they do.
They
do.
They love this raspy voice of
They
mine.
do.
I am not mad at all. I'd be like,
I know
thank
for sure
you.
they do. I don't have a raspy voice, but when I hear someone like my girl's voice, I'd be like, let me tell you something.
Yeah, listen, you can make some.
Really?
Yeah, that
Your
voice.
left AirPod, you feel it, don't
I
you?
know. Oh wait, let me make sure mine is still in. Well, I wanted to get into our vanilla shit before we get into, because I think we're just gonna have so many questions for you. I'm excited to get into the conversation a little bit, but before that, I found this article. It's actually from Huffington Post, and I thought of it because I talked about kind of my sex drought at the end of last year and going into this year. Of course, y'all heard the perpendicular fucking, so there is no more drought. But two of those incidences was with men that I was drunk too. We were drunk, and so I'm not gonna put it all on them, but we were really fucking intoxicated, and by the time we got to the house, just nothing worked. Like, it wouldn't get hard. I know I wasn't wet, and then I was just all over the place. So I ended up thinking, and I know we call henny dick all the time. This article says, yes, whiskey dick is real. And here's what to do if it happens to you. So I wanted to get into this before we start. Have you ever had whiskey dick or henny dick? And do you like it? Because I know sometimes girls think it's good.
Well,
Like, it stays hard.
Usually when they're on Henny, they do stay hard.
I was gonna say Henny. I feel like they
Henny-
fuck a long time.
The type of liquor really changed? Like, what happened?
I do believe the type of liquor,
No, it's just niggas is on henny.
I don't know. The
Niggas
type of liquor
are-
makes me change like my attitude. Like
Right,
when
so
I
I
start
feel-
drinking shit, like when I'm drinking tequila, I get super loose. If I'm vodka, I'm like chilling, classy. If it's champagne, I'm a whore.
I'm just a whiskey drinker, so it doesn't matter.
okay.
So here's why it happens.
So I know we're having her dick.
Listen, there's a medical explanation for alcohol-related erectile dysfunction. You have to understand just how complicated the process of getting an erection can be. So this is okay for you, for the guys. We'll cut you some slack here. First, there has to be sexual arousal, which requires concentration. Second, the brain needs to effectively send signals to the penis to tell it what to do. Third, there needs to be enough blood in the body to fill the penis, which is why it's important to stay hydrated. And fourth, the blood vessels need to relax, allowing blood to rush
this
into.
sounds like science.
I didn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's a dick, bro.
Because it sounds like Mandy. Would you agree that this is
Listen,
science?
I mean, I just saw, I just saw the guy. I'm just
Little-
reading, bitch. This is a book, okay? I'm reading words. I'm
I don't
letting
think
y'all
Tay is
hoes
into
know.
to the inside joke, and I won't do it to you. But what I will say is, bitch, it's fucking science.
Okay, it sounds like maybe just drink some water, bruh. It says too much alcohol can make it harder to also climax, which is what we were saying. I know henny dick, it can fuck you for a real long time and it can fuck you hard, but I don't think you come as much off henny dick.
I actually was just having. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know. See, I don't know nothing about that. I mean, I've had guys get like they smoke too much, and then they like
Take too long?
They limp.
Oh, they get limp.
Yeah,
See, I've had
what's
guys
going
take too
on?
long, definitely if they're fucked up. But I was recently having this conversation about like drug and alcohol use with orgasming. One of my homegirls on antidepressants, and she was like, bro, I can't fucking come. She was like, I'm already depressed, bitch, and now I can't come. And that's why I got off the shit 2 years ago.
Because it lowers your libido.
It's like, it almost feels numb too.
What does?
Like when I was on Lexapro years ago, I only know 2 other people on it, Kanye and Van Lathan, ironically. But Lexapro felt so much better, but could not orgasm. I would get horny, want to touch myself, and couldn't get there. And it was so hard. Like I would want to come. It was so frustrating. And I remember talking to my therapist, and I was like, feeling great, but I can't come. So might as well be dead. And I think we should just take me off. But Lexapro, Zoloft, Wellbutrin, all antidepressants always have that fucking side effect. I don't know what it is. It makes you like numb below the fucking waist. It sucks.
So I don't really get numb, but I noticed because, of course, All-Star Weekend, I did get some dick. And
You're supposed to.
listen, and I ain't gonna lie, it wasn't until the last night, bitch. I was like, I'm really about to leave about here with nothing. But
You said score.
but no, but I hate you, bitch. That
Did he
sounds like
score
a
that
hockey
weekend?
word, actually. Score. No,
I think it's just the
that's
announcer,
soccer.
bitch.
No, but so I was looking it up. This actually did pique my interest because a part of this article says, is there a female equivalent? It says that men aren't alone in the struggle. The effects of too much alcohol are less noticeable for women, but they can suffer from whiskey clit in the heat of the moment as well. The female brain is subject to the same arousal suppressing effects of alcohol. Decreased arousal leads to decreased blood flow to the vagina and clitoris, resulting in loss of lubrication and difficulty reaching climax. So I did end up like feeling the little shake, like the dick was good, but I had to like keep taking it out and sucking it because, and you know, but I was like, I didn't feel as wet as I'm normally, as I normally am. And I really, really wanted him. So I'm like, I know I'm like aroused, but why is my fucking pussy not leaking? But that day, literally, it was open bar at every event. So I was looking this up and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is why me and 24/7 when we were fucking, I had such a great sexual experience because I realized every time I fucked him, I was sober. Like, because I was fucking him at fucking 4 in the morning out of my sleep.
Generally, the best sexual experiences can be sober. I think the craziest experiences are drunk.
Yeah.
You'll have great wild moments, but like good orgasms and shit like that, I've never been smacked and been like, wow.
This is so fucking great.
I've woke up and been like, that was fun as fuck.
I've been drunk and like, you know, tried to fuck. And I'm like, I'm like trying to go this fucking marathon because I'm fucked up. And then my pussy just dries out.
Just dries. And I know.
My pussy tired.
You know. But not only that, clearly it's also just the stimulants from the brain and science shit, I guess. I mean, that's all I was gonna stop right there. But like it's just something that I've noticed. But what's also crazy, I thought of it when we are talking about the sex clubs or, you know, wanting to try something new. I know something that we do lean on a lot is alcohol to like let your inhibitions go. Yeah. And clearly that's probably not the best.
I mean, look, it'll still work.
I mean, yeah, but I want.
Did you have new dick or no?
What happened?
Was it new dick?
This was new dick.
I was gonna say,
so I really
new
wanted
dick will
to be
get you every
like,
time.
I really wanted to be leaking, and I was just like, damn, this nigga probably think my pussy dropped. But I was like, fuck. So I had to just keep like maneuvering it, and
I had to use some Astroglide on Saturday and had no shame.
I know, but I'm not. So I don't have shame with my partners bringing it, especially because like I might bring.
Oh, but new dick, I get it.
With a new guy, and not only that, it just kind of happened. We like met late. Yeah. So I was just like, bitch, I didn't bring fucking lube with me to fucking All-Star Weekend. I know that probably is what I should have done, but I'm just like, damn, I'm not walking.
I felt weird bringing out the lube too.
No, like, but I'm okay bringing it out with like guys that I'm comfortable with. Like when Canadian Bay was in town, like it was sitting by the bed. He stayed with me all weekend and I let him know like, the size that he was so fucking massive. I was just like, bruh, like that's why like we ended up doing a sex club the night before and I didn't fuck him at all because it was just so big. I was like, bruh, I don't want this right now.
This is my opportunity for a break. This is probably what she said.
What?
No, what I'm saying when you said this is my opportunity.
Oh yeah, I was like, y'all go at it. Woo, go. And then it's funny because the girl that I ended up like making out with all night came to the live show, and Weezy was like, "Oh my god, I love your outfit," but she changed her hair. So when I looked at her, I was like, hey.
That was funny.
I was like, so this is the girl I had sex with? Your hair, it's different.
Bro, I forgot about that shit.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, because we just like, oh my
again.
God, your outfit. And she's just complimenting her while I'm saying bye to the other meet and greet people leaving. And I'm like, oh, hey, girl.
I saw a nigga that I used to fuck in the airport the other day when I was leaving LA, and he looked so good. He was like, "You don't remember me?" I was like, "No," and I was like, "Wow, did you get taller?" And he was like, "It's the beard." I was like,
Oh my God.
You know how shitty I felt? Like, I was like, you really have changed. Did you come into some money or something? That beard gave him a whole new face.
Has that
Beards
ever
always do that.
Has that ever happened to you? Like, have you ever slept with a guy, you know, in your past and came across him again presently and didn't remember if you
She's like, again, they call me the fairy.
actually.
HoeMother.
No, but it's crazy because I didn't know, like clearly I switched my hair up a lot and I just be expecting all my niggas to know me with whatever haircut I have. But I didn't even, I was like,
I
you
think
changed your
tattoos
hair.
are telling. That's about it. The only thing that remind me
It has to be something
for women,
yeah.
it's a tattoo.
Really?
On them that will remind you. But
If
I've had people that I know now, they be like, hey, you remember when? I'm like, we did.
All my niggas be so tatted, I would never remember
Oh my
a
God, you remind
nigga's
me
tats
of
ever.
Josie so much. They have the
What?
same laugh, the same mannerisms. One of my best friends is like, God, I keep looking at you too. Y'all don't look alike, but y'all got the same energy. It's like a giggly hoe. She be like, girl, you know I be
Not a giggly hoe.
Yo, Josie is hilarious. So she just moved to London and we were catching up the other day. We were talking for like 45 minutes. I'm like, what you been up to? She's like, girl, what you think? I'm like, I guess.
Well, I wanted to get into the hors d'oeuvre. As you guys know, it's our new segment where we bring up sex tips. And for this one, I wanted all of us to give a sex tip. So, Tay, clearly I want yours. You know, we're going to talk about yours. I guess mine, after even speaking about henny dick and whiskey dick, mine would be to actually maybe try to have first sexual experiences with someone sober. That's mine. Also because, and I guess I can kind of share it now too. So I had sex. Mine clearly, perpendicular nigga broke the seal. So I had sex also with someone almost a month ago, and he was new as well. The problem was we got so drunk, but I wasn't, I guess, as drunk as him.
Okay.
And so we did quite a few things. And I don't know if he's just still embarrassed by those things or if he's telling the truth, but he blacked out. And so us having the conversation, it was different than anyone, because I actually had to have the conversation to be like, I almost feel like, I don't know if I violated you. Damn, did I rape you? I didn't know if I should ask for consent. I didn't know he was drunker than I was.
Yeah.
At the event we went to, we were both drinking, but he was drinking prior to that after work. I didn't know. It all seemed good. But then I'm like, damn, is he just saying this because I did, kind of put a little finger in his booty and maybe that's, I don't know. But I didn't even know if I wanted to say it because I don't know if he was embarrassed by it or if he really blacked out. But then I was like, well, how are we going to have this conversation? And I was just like, okay, so my sex tip for this week.
Even though you didn't disclose his name, being so excited about it, maybe he felt the way. I don't know.
I don't
Men
know
have such
either.
a complex about when you tell them what they've done or what they liked. For example, Sex and the City reference again. Shout out to the people on Twitter who's like, "Bitch, you talk about this shit every other week." Miranda was fucking this guy who wanted her to do some dirty talk. And she was like really not good at it. She was like, oh, it's really hard. How hard? Rock hard. And then she starts getting into it. He's like, what do I like? Tell me what I like. And she says, you really love it when I put a finger in your ass. And he was like, I'm tired.
And so, but I'm not gonna lie. So that's, and not that I was thinking of that reference, but I was trying to think of a comfortable way to bring it up. And I just couldn't, especially because he's just like, he hit me the next morning when I left. We ended up like getting a room in the city. So he hits me up. He's like, so did we fuck in the bathroom yesterday? Because I guess the towels were on the floor. I'm like, nigga, that's kind of where we started. You don't remember that either?
No,
so
I thought it was
just like,
the episode. If he was doing it then, nah.
Well, no, he literally was like asking. So because I ain't gonna talk. I was doming that nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. So I'm like, maybe he was letting his inhibitions leave him because he was so drunk.
Is he
but
naturally?
Bitch, I don't know. We literally woke up the next morning and was like, my name's Mandy. What's your name? Yeah, we had to re-give each other names in the morning.
Yeah. Oh, counting. That's what you used to do.
No,
before you.
like literally, I remember the school he went to. I remembered brief conversations. So then I pulled up our text message exchange. I was like, damn, nigga, I got your number at 9:30. And here we are, 8 o'clock in the morning. Hi.
Someone said, can I have your first and last name just so that it don't feel as weird when I text you.
No,
I mean, if I do.
No, and then he gave me his name, and I was like, oh, well, that's not what I remember, but okay.
Darius.
I was like, damn.
Damn it.
Weezy, what is your hors d'oeuvre for the week?
Okay. So I think my hors d'oeuvre for the week would be, we kind of briefly referenced this, and even though I'm not a foot type of bitch.
No.
I don't know why you guys laugh. Why did that?
We all.
That was my preface. So, okay. I feel like I hadn't had sex in so long, especially because I was out of town. My period started the day I went out of town. Come back home to my nigga bleeding like a muff. Like, not even
how I should have known there was going to be blood involved.
Not even like comfortable fuck,
known.
right? So, like, up until fucking Valentine's Day, like, it was terrible. So finally, when we could fucking fuck, I mean, Valentine's Day wasn't terrible, but the fact that we couldn't fuck. Up until the point where we could fuck, nigga was ready to put his fucking mouth in the shit, right? So my period's off. I'm bent over. He's eating my pussy. I'm on the bed. He's like leaned over into me. And I could kind of feel his dick with my feet. So I'm getting my pussy ate. I'm bent. My feet are kind of up, touching his dick. And
You're going to have to show a picture like I did when I was in the car. Because I did the feet on the dick thing too in the car.
I can't. Let me try. Okay. So I'm
Uh-huh.
Okay, let me really try. I'm really trying to get this, you guys. All right? This is my job, and I'm going to do what I have to do.
Okay, he's behind you.
Okay.
Okay.
He's eating my pussy. You see? And it's like mouth there, dick down there. So I gave like a backwards foot job. And you know who I want to thank to this? I would like to thank SoulCycle and Rumble, because I swear to God, nigga, I couldn't have done this shit without a little bit of core. That shit was effort. And then to have the nerve after we start fucking to like tell me to throw it back, I was like, did you see what I just did? Did you see what I did? And if you saw what I did, nigga, you wouldn't have asked me to do that. You fuck me. You have the hips and waist. You thrust. I'll get on top when I choose. And it ain't today.
That'd be me working. Throwing it back, that's a lot of work, baby.
That shit is.
And I be doing it. And I do be doing a little jiggle with my booty. And then the dude that I fucked during All-Star Weekend, he was playing music. And I was like, well, nigga ain't played music in a minute. Like, except for the one guy. I think I told the story maybe at the live show. This guy started playing fucking like reggaeton fucking. I said, we not fucking to that shit. Then he went to go put on fucking Offset. I said, who listens to Offset solo and thinks they're gonna just fuck to Offset? No. So we literally did not fuck that night.
Can you imagine like music affecting the sex that much?
Would you fuck to Gasolina?
I don't know. This is
I'm not fucking
Have
to
you ever
Gasolina.
fucked, I didn't. This is your what are
Yeah,
your,
this is your wheelhouse.
Have I fucked
Like,
to
do you
music?
fuck to reggaeton?
No, I fucked to like the weekend. Probably.
Oh, you fucking to the
Benson,
weekend?
have you had a little hit me in the pocket like
I fuck to whatever
a
music's playing, yo. I always look back with my partner and always say, "You realize we just fucked to that?" Like all types of shit. I fucked
So you
while
listen to
watching
the music
lip
when you
service,
fucking, right?
All types of
Everybody
shit,
listens to the music.
You've had sex
Right.
to Horrible Decisions?
No,
Nah, that's
Nah,
wild.
yeah, don't be fucking.
But you can fuck to
I
lip
wouldn't fuck to
service?
voices.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh,
You
wait,
can fuck
no,
to
we
lip
fucked to
service, but you
Netflix.
can't fuck to us?
Nah, that was like
That's a
back
move.
before I was-
Fucking to the
movies
podcast?
and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Huh?
really, like,
Fucking to the podcast?
Nah, I
I
can't.
can't. He said he fucks to lip service. Damn. I mean, who
I
pays
did it
you,
in
nigga?
2016. That's just what my girl was watching at the time. Relax, Weezy. Shut up already.
Oh,
Okay.
I can't really fuck to voices. Like
I can't
especially
either.
like shows that I'm into, I'll be like, fuck, we gotta start it over. Like, I remember me and 24/7, we're chilling. We had to start Top Boy over every fucking episode. Like that shit. It took us fucking forever to get through that shit. I said, nigga, we gotta pay attention. They burning houses down. We gotta rewind this shit.
Something's going on.
I said, who the fuck did that?
I fucked to the other day, and it got real weird, and we almost both stopped. Oh, there's a new show. Like, I think it's literally called I'm a Killer. And it's
so good.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So they got this old bitch who killed her husband and blah 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 blah. No, I'm sorry, that's not the one. They got this chick who choked her man out in a Walmart parking lot, right? And whatever is going on, so she's talking about the death. We start fucking. Suddenly, they go to his parents in an interview, and the parents have forgiven her and visit her in the jail and sing songs with her, and they say I love you, and that's when I felt bad to admit that I heard it, and I'm getting fucked. No, that nigga. These motherfuckers is chilling. Oh, I couldn't believe it. Can you imagine your mom? A nigga kills you. Your mom visited him in jail. She's like, "Nah, I forgive you." And then they sitting there singing Jesus.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I've watched Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice in the hood while I was fucking.
You know what?
And, yeah,
Not a bad
and
choice.
I had to
Not a bad
stop
choice.
because I was like laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like just laughing. Like okay,
Now, see,
I'm
but-
like mid riding. Like,
But see, then I have to think about is the dick. The dick can't be that good if you're listening to what's going on the TV.
Don't Be a
No.
Menace is really funny.
Okay, but how many times have you seen it though, bitch?
Do we
but it
have
don't
a
matter.
problem?
How many times, bro?
It don't matter how many times you see that.
So I want you to give a sex tip, but I do want you to give a sex tip in a way that gives advice to our listeners. We know we're going to talk about you being a phone sex operator and how you talk. However, this is something that I also have need advice on.
Okay.
So I would like you to give a tip to our listeners on how they can get their partners to be more vocal with them if that's what they're looking for.
So, okay, so depending on your partner.
Yes.
So if you have more of a masculine partner or whatever, you're going to have to be the more, like, so you're going to have to go to them really sweet and just be like, listen, you know, it really turns me on when I know that you are enjoying it. When I see your toes curl, when I hear you moaning and stuff like, you're going to have to go that route.
Right.
If you have a more submissive man, that's kind of easy.
That's way easier. Way
That's really
easier.
easy. Like, you know, sexual or if I, you know, versatile or whatever. When I'm dealing with somebody or whatever, I usually do a lot of like, I talk a lot of shit. So they talk a lot of shit back to me. You know what I'm saying?
Say
Like,
it. Yeah, right. Let's
I,
go ahead, girl.
so like they be fucking me or whatever. And I'm asking them like, you like this pussy good or whatever. I might choke them. I might slap them.
Oh, I be doing that.
You know, like, and I
That's definitely not. That's a more. At that point, though, is that not you dealing with a more submissive man?
What do you slap
if you're doing, I've done the choking and
I
slapping,
don't
but
feel like that at all.
No, I don't
No.
feel like no, because I deal with a lot of more of the dominant men.
Because that's just rough to me.
It's just rough.
Like I had a nigga
because
put
they done
his hand on my
slapped me
neck.
a few times. I want to slap your ass too. slap me, they
So
done
this
choked me
just
and pulled
sounds
my
like
hair.
domestic violence fucking. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
you gotta
Like,
slap in it. It's
let me
really
tell you
not.
something.
Yeah, but
That
when I slap a nigga,
It'd be
it'd be
like a
the
loud
sub.
slap.
Like I would have never slapped 24/7. Like any of the niggas that fuck me and they're real dominant. Like no, I'll do the choking,
Yeah.
but that's really because now I feel like you're too deep in my goddamn pussy, and
No,
that's just me lifting you a little bit
listen.
off of me. But like the choking and slapping to a dom man, that's interesting to me.
I did it this Valentine's Day.
Say that shit.
You know, it was deep up in my pussy. You know, it was deep up in my pussy. You know, we had a little drink, and you know, I was talking shit. We haven't fucked me and the person in like maybe like 2 weeks. So it was like, okay, motherfucker, like you been going. I need my pussy fucked.
Right.
Period. You know what I'm saying? So, period.
You feel so New York.
I am New York.
I need my pussy fucked, period. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nigga, fuck my pussy. And basically, he was fucking my pussy. I slapped him or whatever.
So what the Orlando girls sound like? What the South bitch sound like?
You, bitch.
Don't do that.
What's that thing? You finna net?
I do be asking that. That's exactly what I'm. Don't do that. I can't ask a nigga to nut.
Back to the nut.
I be like, let me catch that nut.
Oh.
I can't catch the nut.
That is so ghetto.
So what do you say, Wheezy? What I don't know, because you live in New York, but you're not New York, but you're from Orlando.
What do I say?
So what do you say? Oh my God.
I say, are you gonna come?
What's the difference between that? Like, he said, are you gonna ejaculate?
Are you gonna ejaculate?
Use your terminology.
I be saying I want you to come for me. I want you to like fill me up. I want to feel it dripping out of me all day.
See, you be saying paragraphs the same way you text. I get it. Now it makes sense.
I've said, you know, I said, you know, fill up my pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Or
I
Fill
have
up my pussy.
fill up my pussy.
Fill up the condom, nigga. That's
You can still say that
You
though.
can say that.
You can still say it?
Yeah.
even if they know there's a barrier there.
So,
Bitch, they still fucking
it's the
you.
mental part of it.
Your
What do you
pussy feels
mean?
so
Like,
good.
you
They
know?
don't say this bag feels so good.
You know?
Use your imagination, Mandy.
Okay, damn.
You know,
Damn
put it on
it.
my
Is
face.
he really your father? No. He's not your daddy. Okay, wait. Let me think. What's the other thing? Oh, I be doing some nasty shit. I feel like I shouldn't get my tips, but so I'm like, if he could see me, if he's not fucking me from the back, and he like looks like he's about to come, sometimes Benson, do not take a picture of this. Sometimes
Take a picture. Take a picture.
I'll take like 2 fingers and I'll like open my mouth and I'll be like,
Oh, you do that real submissive shit.
yeah, I'd be nasty.
What is it called? You
I
said
like.
It's real like
I'd be like,
submissive
can I
shit.
show you where I want you to come? And he'd be like, yeah. And I'd be like,
So has your I got a question for you. Have your significant other, whomever, have they hit it from the back and took their fingers and opened up your mouth and fucked you like that? That's that real submissive shit.
I ain't gonna front. I don't know if he knew I was into it, but I had to put his hands there. And so at one point he was putting them around me, like I was like, oh, not there. And I was like, I want them fingers like in my mouth to the point where I'm like, a little bit. I love that shit.
I love gagging.
But I'm also disgusting. So
See, and I think that's just me liking to be in control even of my goddamn lungs. I don't like
you
gagging.
can't have control. You can't
Of gagging?
Yes.
How, sis?
if do you have tonsils or no?
They ain't never been taken out, so I think they're still there.
You have tonsils.
We all born with them.
They didn't disappear.
Yeah, okay, then they there. Then they there.
So if you when you put your finger in your mouth, does it make a noise or no?
I mean, no, yeah.
Well, it also depends on the size. If you're gonna gag or not.
I think that was it. But that was my acrylic nail hitting something too.
Ew, that sounds like phlegm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which
you love it.
Yeah, but you can control that. I mean, at the end of the day, submissives usually have more of the control anyway, in retrospect. But if you take your tongue and you block it with your throat, there's a way of going about it.
Say what? Yeah, what?
You like, so hold on, I have to see. Hold on, I gotta see.
Oh yeah. Wait, are you putting your tongue down or up?
I'm putting my tongue back. I'm putting my tongue back because I want
This is used for what?
This is to
control
the gagging.
Oh, you giving a whole lot of tips for the hors
That's a
d'oeuvres.
great
Okay,
tip.
bitch.
Wait, you try. Put your tongue
What?
back.
What am I doing?
You gotta put your tongue back. So
Hold on back.
Myself, yeah. Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. When I suck dick, my
We
tongue
gave
does
that
a
last
lot of
week.
moving.
It does.
I like while it's even in my mouth. Like when I suck, I was noticing it because this was a new dick in my mouth.
I thought she was
a
gonna
couple
say
weeks
because
ago.
of the video.
Well, no. But like, I don't know. Maybe I was just more aware of what was going on because this is a new dick, and I haven't had like new dick doesn't really come like to have like 2 new dicks already in 2020. I'm just like, whoa, slow down. Time to slow down. But like because I've been fucking the same person for so long, I'm not like even the nigga who had Shirley come to Barbara or whatever. But anyways, I noticed like how much my mouth just goes around, and it actually helps me control how deep he's going, where my mouth so yeah, I didn't know about moving it like to the back
for the gagging. So it gives you not really gagging. See, but it gives the illusion to them like that you are gagging.
No, I don't even want to do the illusion. I just don't like it. I don't want them to think I'm about to die sucking a dick, okay?
I don't want to do the illusion.
I don't want to do the illusion. I don't want to gag. It makes me feel incompetent, like I can't deep throat.
No, I want to die while sucking your dick. I want to die.
And you want him to
while
speak
we
at your funeral
fucking. Can he fuck me while we're here at my funeral?
That is disgusting. I hope he doesn't want to fuck a corpse. God damn it.
She said, I want to die while sucking it. Actually, my homegirl
want
said
to
this.
die.
She recently said to me, she was like, bitch, I'm trying to die from sex. And I want him to speak at my funeral. I was like, bitch, that's what a way to go.
I can't.
Imagine?
That's crazy.
I want
They up there like, so y'all know her as Wheezy, but I call her Gigi, she was cool as fuck. We were wild. We always wild, but on February the 28th, you know what I'm saying? 29th, it was a leap year. This bitch decided to do some wild shit and leaped right onto my dick and broke her motherfucking jaw. And next thing you know, here we are. And
see, look, it's so crazy because I took it a whole different way. I'm thinking like we fucking on a balcony in the Caribbean, and then I fall off the balcony break, and then I fall off the balcony. Like I'm thinking
your
of
mom
doing.
almost killed a nigga.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
talking
he
about
did have a heart attack. My mama was fucking this nigga. He had a heart attack while they was having sex.
now would Tammy have gone to the funeral?
I think
I don't know if she would have spoke, but she was respectful.
That bitch!
She was respectful and got him dressed before the ambulance came.
Good
so
vagina.
I thought that was respectful. You know what I mean? That was respectful.
I broke my whole fucking leg when I was like fucking.
You broke a
Wait,
leg.
you broke
fucking.
a leg fucking?
Yeah.
How?
Child, The boy was fucking me. the boy.
I
I was in college. I actually went to college in Orlando, so I went to Full Sail.
Oh yeah.
I went to Full Sail.
Creative design.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went for film. So
overpriced. That's cool.
I know.
Okay. She's like, I know.
Shit. Still paying off the loans, motherfuckers.
Girl, you know what? Let's not get into that because I've been paying for a year and a bitch still ain't touched the principal. So I'm fucking over this goddamn shit.
But I was fucking in my house, and he was from New Orleans, so that dick is something different. That shit is good.
I know it is.
New Orleans dick is good.
Oh, you broke your leg, Lord.
And he was fucking me from the back, and he pulling on my leg. I don't know what's going on, but I know I was getting my nut though, right? When I woke up in the morning, I felt like my leg was hurting, it was swollen, and I'm like, what in the hell? And I got up, a bitch just falls.
Shut up! It was like out of the socket.
Yes, it was spraying and out of the socket. My friend takes me to the doctors. They do what they need to do. I'm literally walking around in crutches.
You fucked him in the crutches?
Some dick?
Yeah, I did.
I would have too.
I did fuck him in the crutches.
You nigga, look what you did to me. Do it again.
Look at this. I want him to match. Hey guys, before we get into this week's horrible decision, I wanted to let you know that this week's episode is also brought to you by none other than our girls over at Lola. Lola is a female founded company offering a line of organic cotton tampons, pads, liners, and all natural cleansing wipes. I don't know about y'all. Me and my homegirls have been talking, and recently tampons have been irritating the fuck out of my pussy. So literally by like the second day of my cycle, I'm just irritated. I'm not sure what it is. I did find out that the FDA does not require brands to disclose the comprehensive list of ingredients in their feminine care products. And I don't know how sensitive your pussy is, but mine is pretty sensitive. So I'm so glad that there's a brand now that is offering organic cotton materials for us to use during our cycle. I love it. Also, guys, the best thing about Lola is that you can actually tailor your Lola subscription to perfectly fit your needs. So you can get your product type. You can talk about the absorbency that you need, the quantity and the frequency that you need it. Also, when you get it delivered to you, it does come in a discreet packaging so you can have it sent to your job. For our listeners now, you guys can get 30% off of your first month subscription. So go ahead, visit mylola.com and enter promo code WDP30. That's WDP30 when you subscribe, and you're saving 30% off of your subscription. So go ahead. I'm a big fan of Lola, and I just really think it's convenient and really suits our audience. So if you're having the same issue with just not feeling the same with putting those tampons and materials up into your pussy holes, go ahead, mylola.com, and use promo code WDP30. Not to be outdone, this week's episode is also brought to you by Simple Health. I love when I discover companies that make life just a little bit easier. And one that I learned about recently is called Simple Health, and it's a total game changer for women's health. I am looking to get on birth control this year. And while I haven't been on it since I was 18 years old, a bitch is done popping Plan B pills like fucking vitamins. So here's how it works. Go to simplehealth.com. You're going to use promo code WDPOD and fill out an online health profile with your medical history. From there, a licensed doctor will review your information and determine if you're a good candidate for birth control, and then write you a prescription for the right method. So whether it's the pill, the patch, the ring, you'll go ahead and get your birth control shipped to your door for free on a recurring schedule. I also want to go ahead and give a disclaimer out there that Simple Health is not a replacement for routine checkups with your doctor. So make sure you're still getting your checkups and you're making sure everything is working out it's supposed to be. We do want to let you know that the annual prescription is normally $20 for this. However, for our listeners and for the WhoreHive, you can try Simple Health for free. Just go to simplehealth.com/WDPOD or enter the code WDPOD at checkout. Try a better way to get birth control with Simple Health, again, by going to simplehealth.com/WDPOD or just enter WDPOD at checkout. Give it a try and thank me later. Now let's get back on with the show. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to get into the horrible decision for this week. And of course, it is phone sex work. I guess before we get into how it's still popular, we have had a ton of sex workers on the show. I want to shout out once again to Mr. Marley, who came out to our New York show. Sir Dash, who came out.
Mistress Marley. I thought you said Mr. Smarley. I said, who was that?
No, Mistress Marley. But also Sir Dashington, who's been, he did DC and Philly, also Houston and Dallas. But those are kind of obvious to me. They have, clients, they see people in person. They, act on things. Mistress Marley doesn't even have sex, but she goes about it in a different way. I wanted to ask you, in dating and your family and your friends, do they consider phone sex operator sex work? And do you?
It is sex work. I do consider it sex work.
Okay.
Can't deny that. The guys or the girls that I deal with, I don't know if they really consider it sex work.
Okay.
I guess because I'm not actually having sex with anybody.
Right.
So, but it is a form of sex work.
Interesting.
That's what it is.
Interesting. Okay. And so I guess my question to you is, what are the platforms right now for someone who's into sex work? Can we talk about that? Because like I said, I didn't know it was still a thing.
Yes, it is still a thing. So you can do, I mainly work off of Night Flirt.
Okay.
So that's what I work off of.
Night Flirt?
Yes. That's what most of my girls work off of.
Your girls, do you madam?
She doesn't like the term,
I don't
but
like that term.
okay.
I'm just a fairy.
Okay.
She's a fairy
Whatever you
home
wanna call
mother.
this. I'm a free spirit.
Yeah, so that's where most of my girls work off of, and I train them and everything else, but that's where they go.
Okay, so what we want to get into the tea. How much are these calls? How long are you on these calls? And how much can someone who may want to do this on the side or anything like that, how much can you really make from phone sex operating?
Well, it all depends on you.
Okay.
So I have a couple girls in Canada, right? And I have girls here, everywhere, forget it.
Right.
So I have like 3 or 4 girls that already quit their jobs. They do this completely full time.
Full time. Okay.
I do it completely full time. I have a girl who makes $20,000 a month. I have a girl that makes $10,000 a month. I have some that makes $5,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends.
I'm about to get this rasp going.
The racks you gonna
Right.
get.
I'm like, do you know how, I got this little rasp.
28.5.
Very interesting. And so the guys that are calling, clearly because you guys are all, based out of so many different places and there's different time zones. Do you have conversations about who these guys are, the clients, what they do for a living, and also how long are their calls?
So my average calls usually last about an hour.
See, that's a long time.
Yeah, and I charge depending on what you want, what area you want. I charge between $2.35 a minute to $2.99 a minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's really expensive.
That's very expensive.
Yeah.
How fast do they come?
Yeah, are they coming? Yeah, are they coming on the
come
phone?
that fast?
Right. So I'm saying, I'm figuring you have to stall them. So, what's the fastest, just from talking to you that's happened?
The fastest stuff I've had, you have some pumps and dumps, we call them, and they're
Pumps and dumps.
like 10, 15 minutes. I don't have a call long less than 20 minutes for the most part for me.
Bitch, let me do this math.
I know.
Times three, $50.
$180 because you're doing an hour. That's 60 minutes times say
20
$2.99.
minutes
That's
times
$3.
$2.99. That's $59.
What are you doing?
It's about what?
It's an hour times $3. 60
Oh, I thought
times
she said
$3.
20 minutes.
Well, that's the shortest for me.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
short.
Yeah.
So that's
Wow.
not bad.
No.
That's
And how many
great.
calls are you taking a day?
For me, I don't take that many calls at this point in time. I take maybe about 5 calls. I have clients that I have taken off, and they have my complete. Not
they
my
can just
complete
cash up your ass
information.
then.
Not my complete information, but they think so.
Got you.
And that's where you work to. So I tell girls make your own plans. Like this, you want to text me all day. This is how much it's gonna
Text me.
text me all
Do they
day.
know what you look like?
No, only one knows what I actually look like though.
Wait, so you do all of this and it's literally your voice. So like we talked about the circle earlier. And I think when Dustin came on, we made references to maybe what someone blind, how you would describe yourself to them.
Yeah.
So do you ever get into where your clients are asking you to describe maybe how big your breasts are, or if you have hips in your thighs? Like,
You tell them you're white?
Do I tell them that I'm
Have you ever
white?
told someone you're white?
Depending on what character I'm playing.
Wait,
I
really?
figured.
Depending on what character. I have about 3 characters.
Okay.
So
we got to get into the characters. So you have 3 characters. How do you know which one you are?
Give me Caucasian.
So each line. Girl, you ready?
Yeah.
Caucasian ain't saying, girl, you ready? I'll tell you that.
So my Caucasian girl name is Abby. She makes the most of the money.
Wow.
Yeah, and she's been with me for 2 years now.
Tell us about Abby in Abby's voice.
That's amazing.
Yes, you're talking to Dan.
So describe
He's
us.
going to be Dan.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So just describe. I'm not even fuck Dan. Tell us about Abby. Just how she was sound. What does she look like?
Talk to me.
Okay, so
yeah, right.
Abby is Italian from Long Island. Right? She has black hair. She's tan.
Hold on, wait. Let me close my eyes. Uh-huh.
She has light green eyes.
Okay.
This is Abby. Abby has a bunch of pictures that they can buy. So
you be catfishing?
Well, I contract with certain models to use their information.
Come on, consent.
That's... Oh, wow.
So I contract.
Can we see Abby?
Let me see if I have a picture.
That's incredible.
That is incredible. I do also want to maybe hear what Abby sounds like.
Yeah, of course.
I thought that was the Abby voice. I was like, girl,
If you guys haven't yet, we are on YouTube. You guys can see, of course, we do want to focus on people of color in the kink space. So we got a whole black
feel
woman
like
with us.
Tay is what any black, really any, but like I could see just a white guy being like, oh my God, that's too much tits for me. Like you have, oh wow.
That's Abby.
Okay, so
Bye, bitch.
Dan calls you and you're Abby. How do you talk to him?
She's not even cuter than you, no shade.
Yeah,
No,
I'll-
she's not. But
Look, but that's it works.
it works.
It works.
She look regular too. She don't look too
Yeah,
over the
she's
top.
not too over the top.
So
you know.
Weezy has a lot of accents on the show, and I don't think we've ever had another guest bring theirs.
Abby, like, so
to the
you're from
forefront.
Long Island.
Yeah, I am.
Shut up. So like, what do you normally do on the weekends? I never see you.
Well, what I do on the weekend is I just relax by the pool and just chill out in my bikini, look sexy.
In my bikini.
Sexy.
Yeah.
That is very like Long Island. And that's where, do you have any siblings?
I have one sibling.
Cool.
This really just sounds like the let me speak to your
how,
manager
how
voice.
long have you like been doing this, Abby? I feel like, you're such a nice girl. Why do phone sex work?
Well, guys, they tend to like my voice and they like to come, and so fuck it. I decided to just get some money off of it.
She said, "Fuck it." What is your
Bitch,
other girl? Are you? Do
reparations.
you portray yourself doing phone sex operator work?
I do.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's just you, like what
That's
we've been
just
getting.
me,
And
you
then
know.
what's your third girl?
My third girl is a 18-year-old college girl.
Of course. I ain't gonna hold you. When I was on Seeking Arrangement and What's Your Price, where you got to go and
Yeah.
get dates and all that stuff for money, the best thing was to be in college.
Yeah.
So many men
Have you cuddled
like to.
yet?
What happened?
Have you cuddled?
What do you mean? Have I cuddled?
That's a whole nother thing.
What a bitch.
What do you mean cuddle? Like
Cuddle.
through the phone?
No, that's a whole nother
Wait. What do you mean? Wait, bitch, wait, what do you mean cuddled? Is cuddled an app?
thing. Cuddle comfort. Yeah.
Cuddle comfort?
Yes.
I have never heard of that in my
Cuddle
goddamn life.
comfort. You make a profile. You don't even have to put your picture there. And then you go on there. You can become a professional
A professional cuddler?
Or you can do not professional cuddler. I say do not professional cuddler. And then the guys will email you.
Wait,
See,
look.
there you go. There you go. The guys will.
Get a cuddle buddy today.
I charge $75 an hour. Minimum is 2 hours.
I don't know if I could do that.
I can't. No, wait. So, but cuddling, ain't that with kissing too?
No.
Isn't it rubbing on your butt or your breast? Because this is how I cuddle with my nigga.
Here's the thing. It all depends on you and how you want.
Well,
to
they had
do
to get
it.
attractive
Oh, look at
people in
the.
Some
So
people
it's
really-
just you.
Some people really just want to sit down and talk.
This is me and Felon
Has anyone
Babe.
ever asked you for more? I'm sure.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't done it so many times, but I know people who do it for
And
real.
you got
for
a
real.
fat ass, so I know they like.
you know, these
How I'm
white
gonna cuddle
guys.
your hand?
Well,
hoe?
But no,
Well, this
like,
is definitely prime time too, because the winter time is when people want to be
Yeah.
on their cuddle
but
vibes.
I don't do it. You know, I do it here and there.
I thought Weezy and I knew of all the fucking
No,
apps, bro.
ma'am.
We stay learning shit.
No, ma'am, there you
Bitch,
go.
I'm getting on that shit right now. Hold on.
How does it work? Is it really free?
You know
Okay,
what?
so
I'm gonna be honest with you. You've been on Seeking and Ranger. These guys are.
I don't go on that shit
I'm
no more,
just
girl.
saying, these guys are way more respectful.
Really?
Yes.
The cuddlers.
Yes.
I mean, does that not make sense? Though?
Because
I
they
mean, I
don't
guess
wanna
because they
have
nice.
sex.
Yeah, because like the dog ass niggas don't be wanting to cuddle. They don't even want. They just fucking then
They
be like,
really-
stay on their side of the bed.
How you sound getting banned from the Cuddle app?
What? What you mean?
Like getting banned from the Cuddle app?
Getting banned is when you like. You,
See, but what's crazy is so to me, this is where even at one point, like when I was doing the seeking arrangement, or like also, which is why I love, like, not that I love my lovers, but my hoes that I have, like, I enjoy being around them.
Yeah.
And so a lot of my friends that are escorts and go into sex work and like will leave the club with guys, I'm very big on looks. Like, I'm so shallow, like, so I'm not just gonna be laid up with someone who aesthetically is not pleasing to me.
Yeah.
This, to me, cuddling and intimacy with someone you're not sexually attracted to me, this would be harder than
hard as fuck.
having
Sex
sex with
with
someone who's.
somebody.
I was actually just gonna say I think this
Yeah.
would be harder.
This would
Only
be harder.
because I think being kind to somebody isn't hard like that, but like, oof.
This is
I feel like
intimate.
I would have to
It is very intimate.
act more.
Yeah. Oh, you
Yeah.
got to be a full on actor.
Yeah, you do have to, but you know, I'm an actor, so
Okay. Oh, you are, girl. You're Abby and Tay
I
and the
say you've
18.
done it. What do you cuddle and do? You watch TV?
you watch TV. They talk about their day. They talk about what's going on, you know, at work and whatever the case is. Nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What's some max hours like you've ever done?
I have minimum of 2 hours that I say $75.
2 hours, bro.
But what's the most you've done?
I've only done 3 hours.
Okay.
Is there
Yeah.
like a technique to cuddling?
There is. They have a whole book about it.
There is. So there's
a whole book about
spooning. Like, I
Yeah.
know, like, when I watch movies on my couch, I like to put my leg over. You could put the one leg, like, over their body. And I be spooning big old, like, big guys. So, like,
Wait, you read the book?
no, not that I read the book, but I'm just saying the different, like, positions of
There are
cuddling.
different positions.
There's so many different positions of
I've
cuddling.
I've done it all of like 3 times. It's good money in between time when you want
I'm trying to
something
think
extra
like
shit.
what the fuck kind of cuddle position is my favorite?
You know.
I like putting my arm over them.
Yeah.
I do like cuddling. Only
I
the
feel
guys
like
I
when
like.
watching TV, like I like to be like my head in the lap. So I've been realizing like I cannot sleep with my head on a dude's chest. My neck hurts so
Oh,
much.
in
Yeah,
sweat.
in a sweat.
Like
And
body
I
heat
feel
to
bad
body heat
because
to me.
I know he likes it. So like he'll be like trying to do that shit with me, and I'd be like, "Oh, spoon me," because I can't. And also like my breath, it gets really bad in the morning, I think, and it's because I drink a lot at night. That sounds really bad, but I do. I be drinking whole bottles of wine, and that shit be stinking. And if I get drunk, if you don't forget to brush your teeth or
Right.
remember to brush your teeth, like, so I feel like if you're cuddling face to face, it's just like, wow, you're beautiful when you went to sleep, and now like, I don't know.
No,
if
I haven't gone to
But
sleep.
it's why, like, I don't be wanting to kiss when I wake up with a guy. I even don't even like sucking dick in the morning.
Oh, I hate my
because
own-
I have to smell my own morning breath on your
Yeah.
goddamn dick.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I hate it. Don't want to do
I've
it.
cuddled with guys over the phone, which that's a whole.
How do you cuddle with guys over the phone? Talk to us.
You literally just take the phone, you put it on speakerphone, and you just lay down,
and just talk.
and they know sometimes they don't talk.
fuck
They watch
outta
movies.
here.
Wait. You just
We watch movies. I watched the whole presidential debate when it was between Hillary and Trump with the guy.
Who were you when you watched it?
I was
Abby, of course, bitch.
I can't fucking believe it. That bitch, her progressive ass.
How? So the whole presidential debate, the phone was just on speaker, and y'all like watched
Who was
it
he
together.
into?
He was going for Hillary.
Oh, that's a shocker.
Yeah, he was going
Definitely sounds like a Trump thing to do.
He just
That's
wanted to
incredible.
Talk. He was a
Well,
lawyer.
maybe a Trump guy wouldn't want to pay a sex worker if you think this is sex work. Do you?
Yeah, it's sex work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely sex work.
So, who's your? Okay, you got Abby.
But a lot of my clients are doctors, lawyers. That's just what they.
I think that's funny. Like we've talked about this a lot, specifically with our show. I remember our video guy in Detroit, like, you know, he knew the type of show we had, and he went out and was like, everyone looks so regular. And you talk about the kink space, and I think you expect everyone to be leather and bondage with tattoos, or I don't know what they expect like people into the kink space to look like. But he's just like, they look like regular people. But even our audience, we have doctors, lawyers, like all of bankers in our audience, and I love it.
My students, I have social workers, I have psychologists, I have these are my students. I have teachers.
That would make sense.
Regular teachers, 5-year, for that teach grade school.
Do they charge like a fee, like TaskRabbit? Like, do they take a cutout?
Oh yeah, the app that you're on. What is the percentage?
They take a small cut. I think it's like 20% or something like that. But it's not
that's
as crazy.
That's not a very small cut.
No, what it is that
I don't even think Patreon
featured in the Wall Street Journal. Huh.
It's the connection. It's the connection fees that you
that would make sense.
Connection fees and then their thing. But the whole goal is
to get them off of that app.
Off of the app, get you a text now or something like that.
Right.
And then you have Cash App, then you have PayPal, you have these different things that you can have them, pay.
I'm reading on this website, and the way they sell it is really great. It literally says how it works. The friend, a friend who'd make a great cuddle buddy. The idea, it makes sense to have friends you cuddle with, but you struggle to find the courage to ask them.
We're going back
they
to
don't
this
understand.
app. Okay.
Like, this is like a real fucking thing.
No, it's a real thing.
And it's a great idea because, to be honest with you, I haven't had many instances in my life where I've wanted to cuddle with someone that I had a platonic relationship with. And I think I realized I do it with my gay male friends. And I think that I don't do it with homegirls or dudes that I'm just chill with, because they know my homegirls know that I fuck bitches. Mm-hmm. My homeboys know I fuck niggas. But my gay male friends are like, you ain't gonna fuck me, ho. So
right.
I think I actually cuddle with my friends, and even the ones that I haven't fucked. Right. I'll be like, come here, girl, and I love just getting on my friends and being in the same bed.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm different though with guys. Depending on the guy, I won't cuddle with everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just real picky with that. But yeah, I'll cuddle with my homegirls. This is just like so interesting to me because like I love
a lot of stuff.
Well, what's crazy to me is
interesting that you can cuddle with homegirls.
Mm-hmm.
And you were talking about difficulty with intimacy, but with men it's like,
yeah, I know something ain't right up here. I've been trying to figure it out too. But Felon Bay's been coming over a lot lately. Since he fucking came to the live show. He wants a day out of the week and everything already. I'm like, whoa there, calm down.
I wonder what that is. Is that like a daddy thing?
What?
Or is that a control thing?
What?
Like when you've got a block, she enjoys cuddling, but there's a certain intimacy that you can't necessarily have with men. Like, I wonder.
I mean, but it depends the man. And so I've been very open on here too. Like, I'm not necessarily going to cuddle with someone that has a wife. That's not where our intimacy goes. I don't do those intimate things with my hoes on that level. Yeah. But like Canadian Bay or like I'll say Felon Bay too. Those were guys that at one point I wanted to be with or saw myself being with, even though Felon Bay, just because especially Chipotle wouldn't hire him, I was like, okay, not gonna be with you. But like they're guys that I enjoy being around. So like me and him like exchanged massages.
Can you imagine if he was working at Chipotle? You got them pretty eyes, them little gold teeth.
Listen,
you finna work at Chipotle.
Wait, did he have his gold teeth in at the show?
Oh,
he
I don't know.
Have gold teeth.
I just remember.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I remember a photo you showed me.
Yeah.
But
I'm like, that nigga better have not came to the goddamn show with his gold teeth.
What you doing over here, nigga? You in a jail? Must've.
Well, no, he actually gets off parole in March. So like we've been like pre-celebrating. I'm like, nigga, you better not get in trouble.
Did
no
you
goddamn
fuck him when he first came home?
They
have good dick.
He was like 10 months. He was like 10 months out.
Okay.
So he
does fuck really rough, and I be telling him, and he's like, man, it's because you on a podcast talking about my dick little. I'm gonna show you what his dick do, and I'm like, I didn't say it was little. It's just not as big. Like,
but I like rough sex.
It's good though.
Yo, I'm gonna be real with
it's
you.
still good, but he be like,
wifing big dick is not where it's at. I wifed a big dick nigga, and it was a Latino dude I was with, and it was a lot.
I call
of
those
work.
organ shifters. I don't.
Not organ shifters.
Don't get me wrong. It's an exciting dick. It's an exciting, fun dick. Shout out to Hospital Dick. Fun dick. But like, and just someone who's so in tune with his emotions. He was such a great person. I was like, how could the dick be attached to this person? How are you so great and your dick is so big? Like, you shouldn't be shit.
Yeah.
You know?
I say
how
that.
You
like,
have a dick down to your elbow. and you really are just intuitive, intellectual, like you shouldn't be a good person. Honestly, I do not expect a dick like that to come in a good package. And when it does, something else has to be wrong. Like, I don't believe
I
it.
fucked my childhood friend, and his dick was like, I obviously
You were
didn't
like,
know.
damn, we was friends all this time.
Yeah,
That's what you
I
been
didn't
walking
know.
around with.
I used to like beat him up when we were like 9 and 10, and then as we got older, the next thing you know, I knew his dick was big. I didn't see it when first like went in me. He put a condom on, we did the thing. Then we got up, and I realized that his dick is like not hard on his thigh. I said, what kind of shit?
Right.
This is just, and I kept fucking it because it was great.
I kept fucking it. And then he was like, what do you think about? No. I said fucking, not food. That's
It's
it.
so weird. I like bodies and I think that's why I know I'm more straight than, I guess, as far as the Kinsey scale goes. Like with men, I'll literally I do this thing where I'm like, can you just walk, especially after we're done fucking and they're just walking naked. I just like to look at them walk naked.
Oh, I
And
love watching women do that too,
I'd be
though.
like, okay, go back to the window and then go back to the bathroom. Like, let me just see you walk, please. And I just be like, God damn.
You know what's crazy with body types? I don't really have a standard for women, but for men, I like when they're like cut up as fuck. But for chicks, I don't really give a fuck. Like, I'm just like,
I like a little thick, John.
They could be totally thin. They
I like a little thick
that.
John.
But here's the thing, I
me whatever.
like fat guys.
Really?
You exist. We just talked
but
about this on
they.
Patreon.
So I know
I
they
like
exist.
that
So
guy.
my friends, I wouldn't say I guess I want to know the difference in. Oh, and we haven't had this conversation yet because we be trying to steer clear of body shaming for men, but. My friends don't like the athletic build of guys that I like. They like, ew, how you cuddle with a 6-pack, bitch? Ew, how do you do this? They like the get money gut, I'll say. So more of the Gucci man look before Gucci got out of jail.
Rick Ross.
I loved
Before
Rick
whatever
Ross
he got done.
before
Yeah,
he got-
but
No, but he lost weight
But to
and
me,
he's still
Rick
big.
Ross is a big guy. He's not a
Rick
get money
Ross?
gut guy.
Who's the get money gut guy?
Gucci before
Gucci, he had the belly.
He just had the belly.
I don't like that.
like a money bag yo type
There's
of.
a-
But don't take care of them.
Right?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
look like they could be small, but they got a little belly.
Benson just said they work.
There's a way when I see a big guy, I look at the stomach and how the stomach sits, and if the stomach is
See this?
I don't like that.
This is what my friends like, bro.
I don't like that.
The get
You
money
like
gut.
dad bod, right?
That's
what you like?
the bod, bro.
Whoa.
The get money gut, dog. That's what it is.
No, I'm saying do you like dad
You
bod?
like big guys though.
I like Rick Ross when he was big.
Oh,
So you like
okay,
Ruben
big
Studdard.
dude.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'll take
there you
him.
Okay.
I'll take Biggie when he was here.
Why do fat niggas always get love?
Are
and
you
fat
looking up
girls
belly?
don't?
Come on, Eden.
Why
Get a
is
little
that?
bit.
What you mean, girl?
Oh yeah,
I
look
love
up
it.
Rick
I don't know
Ross
why
when
I'm
he was
Oh, that's in
big.
Atlanta.
his house, but there you go. Belly. I was gonna do
Okay,
bigger.
so see, he's a little
that
smaller
makes-
now.
he look
Oh, you
good
like him when he
now.
had
I
a more
like him
round
when he
Type in
was
Rick
face.
Yeah,
Ross before.
yes.
Oh, there
Oh,
it is.
there it goes.
See,
So that's
that right
you
there.
like
I
the
like
big
that.
Rick Ross.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what do you get out of
He look good
out
and
of
small, bro.
out of that?
There's so many reasons why I like big guys. One, when you fuck up, it's just, I feel like it's more passionate. Maybe
Really?
because their body's tight. Maybe it's warmer. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Big niggas fuck you more passionate.
That is
I-
very
that's what I think.
interesting.
And I think that when I be in missionary position, I don't gotta hold my legs up because it's just out anyway. It's just a thing.
Girl, that's in
about
your
it.
head, bitch.
Nah, maybe it's just a thing. It's just a thing, and I'm never hungry. So
Hey,
I'm never.
Why did I know you were gonna say
Yeah,
that?
we finna go
hungry
get
because he
something.
gonna
Yeah, what you
feed
trying to
me.
get, nigga? I was just thinking about this shit.
y'all never fucked a fat dude?
I'm trying to think. Football niggas.
but even
Damn, the faces.
but even the football guys, they were running backs or
That's true.
wide receivers.
Hold on, let me look at my list. Yo,
Like them niggas could have played basketball if they wanted
let
to.
me tell y'all a
so-
true
I love
story.
the belly. I love rubbing on it. Everything.
Oh, rubbing on the belly.
I love rubbing on the belly.
And then Mandy was just saying when we had our fat phobia episode, she was like, I do not like when niggas touch my stomach.
No, I hate it.
Yeah,
but even
different. Yeah,
but even the biggest guy that I have fucked, he's solid. But even we were friends for Matt long before we fucked, and then he even made a comment. He was like, "You only fuck with me because I lost weight, huh?" Because he ended up losing 60 pounds. And I was like, "Well, you look great now."
Wow, I have not fucked a big. So I just had to pull up my list, which, by the way, I'm sitting on the couch, chilling with my nigga, and we're making jokes, and he's like, "You really be acting like you was a hoe? How many niggas you fucked?" And I was like, "Don't ask me that." And he was like, "All right, don't tell me, but you be acting like you was a hoe." And I was like, "Actually, let me show you my list." And he's no bullshit at the end of my list. And he was like, that don't look like that. It's that bad. I was like, it's not. It's 1, 2, 3. Nigga, by the time I got to 47, he's like, but I had to just click on my fucking list to see if I've ever fucked a fat nigga. And from the looks of it, I'm going to be honest with you. Troy, firefighter, Miami one night, Australian guy from Tinder on 53rd Street. Don't remember them. But I do.
Well, I remember Miami one night because I was in the room with you.
Oh.
I don't
When?
remember.
I had to bring it up. She forgot him. I was like, bitch, remember the nigga?
Oh,
that you
because I
fucked
said
after
because we had an episode.
Oh,
And
yeah, where we talked about
I was being very serious when I said it. I was like, I don't think I ever had a one night stand. She was like, yes, you did. I was right there.
in the room. This is. Do you want to know how long ago it was? We was leaving Dream nightclub. We was partying to what? The Shop Boys. Party like a rock star. That's when that song came out.
Oh, wow.
We both had our
throwback.
fake IDs.
Holy
yeah, we had our
shit.
fake IDs in Miami Memorial Day weekend, and yeah, I think we were like what 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 16. But I want to get into the home mail before we get out of here. And if you guys have any more questions, we're going to let Tay drop all of her Instas, her website, so that if you guys want to learn how to do it, she gives courses. But let's get into our home mail. It actually comes from one of our patrons. She said, first of all, I motherfucking love you guys. Y'all are my friends, but y'all don't know me. Anyways, I need some advice or just need to motherfucking vent because I am tired. My birthday was February 13th, and the man that I'm with didn't give me shit for Valentine's Day. I told him how I felt about it, and he just responded with, well, for Valentine's, I knew we were going out, so I didn't have time to buy nothing. I knew I was going to pay for the drinks. Dog, he bought me 2 drinks, and I paid for a whole bottle at the club. Anyways, he said I am materialistic and whatnot. First of all, I deserve the motherfucking world because I gave him a daughter. This is also your baby daddy. You're bugging. Not only did I not get shit for my birthday or Valentine's Day, but we don't have sex. Last time we fucked was on Christmas. I must say I am the one that don't want to have sex, but still, he just does not turn me on anymore. Bitch, I am just motherfucking tired of this whole situation. He expects me to go 50-50 on bills when he gets paid double of what I get paid.
Oh.
Our daughter is 2 years old and I feel trapped. No sex, stressed as fuck. He can't even give me financial stability. Send help. I hate it here.
Can I be honest with you?
I'm sure that's listening to this.
Her message was the reason for my rant today on Instagram. And it was no shade to this girl. It's just like, I have fucking been there. And obviously nothing as, serious as having a kid with somebody. But I have been in a rut with a nigga that I was just like, oh, am I going to just meet someone else? Oh, I'll just stay. Oh, it could get better. Like, I have fucking been there. And I'm telling you, bitch, as someone who's been there, as someone who's been in situationships, as someone who's been gaslighted by niggas, just leave now. Because if you leave in 6 months, or you leave in 6 years, or you leave in 1 year, it's going to fucking end. And I hate to say it like that, but the way that you're talking, for someone not to even be considerate enough to the person they live with to get a gift. I mean, I lived with a guy for years. And on Valentine's Day, shout out to Enoch, even he got me something. Just because brought home something small, and it's almost like the courtesy of it. When I lived with a woman, we got each other just little candies and stuff, and sent a text. Like, it's just being there. It's fucking disgusting. Like, I really hate that men can be that comfortable that they will treat you.
That's what I was
that
thinking.
Poorly. And if you guys think Valentine's Day, I totally understand. Like, even my nigga, and he did great on Valentine's Day, but he was like, I've never really done this. I've never done shit like this. This is some Hallmark shit, but if you like it, I love it. That's all you needed to say.
Right.
You know it made me happy. But if it wasn't Valentine's Day, you had a fucking birthday. And it's pretty fucking standard to at least do a little bit of something. Then to even use the excuse to say, I paid for the drinks. And then you buy a bottle when he makes double what you make. I don't know how many children he has or what other bills he has. I don't want to speak to that man's finances. And I hate to read him like this. But why are you even there?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, the only thing that I will say is if you feel like you need him to catapult your money in some way because you may not be able to provide for yourself and your kid on your own, that's totally understandable. But then if that is the case, you wouldn't have been writing and complaining about your relationship with this person. You would have looked at it like it was a money decision. And because I don't think you are, I think you're just really stuck, and there's nothing that we could tell you for advice to give because you already gave it to us.
But
like,
I would say for anybody dating or in a relationship or someone is doing something that you don't like, I will say men will do what they think that they're
Allowed to
they're
do.
gonna get away with and what they're allowed to do. They can only do what you allow them to do. So, reading this, I would say you definitely were venting to us, but I would say to make sure your finances are in order. Right. I'm not sure what double your money is, but if you can afford to get you and your child, into something else, or if you need a roommate with one of your friends or something like that, I think that it's better in the long run to just get out of anything toxic. I've noticed, and this is just even a conversation on Patreon, I opened up about me and Lawyer Bay recently going out to dinner and me like telling him how, listen, I don't even want you anymore, but there's a certain space that I still want you because I care about you. And I told him, I said, do you know how draining it had gotten at one point that I couldn't even feel like I could tell you the good things going on in my life because everything was just always so down for you. And so when you have someone who's toxic or you feel this strongly in a negative way about them, it becomes so draining to your overall health and your overall life to where it will start to bring you down. I would say focus on yourself on that for sure.
I think like a lot of times a lot of women get wrapped up because that's my baby daddy or whatever. I think she might not, and I don't know her, she might not want to leave. She might have the finances, but a lot of times they on some, I want to show that we have a happy home so that my child doesn't have a broken home. And she just,
great point.
She just said, we don't have sex. We haven't had sex since Christmas. That's a whole thing in itself that you guys are not having sex. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of situations going on there. I would have left off the fact because I'm not paying any bills if I live with a man. That's just
say
me.
that shit,
I'm
but we
not
ain't gonna
doing
get into that either.
I'm not doing that shit.
Utilities.
I speak that way, but I also feel like I can't. I don't know. That's how, I agree, but I also know that I'm fucking with a different kind of nigga, and so I feel like I used to always say that, but I realize how demeaning it might be to somebody else, and I don't know what their financial situation is. But it's just like, you already have a kid with it. Like, what is she supposed to do? They clearly agreed on that together, and that's what she decided on. I think,
she did decide on it.
We're talking to 3 different women in the room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I've said that I would never split bills with a nigga, which I haven't when I lived with one and wouldn't do. But I'm also the girl that loves to pick up checks for dinners and drinks and shit like that, where Mandy has said no. So everybody has their little thing. Yeah. And I think that if that's what makes her comfortable, and maybe they look at it as a team thing, a pool of money, I don't fucking know.
She doesn't look at it as a team thing because she says he's saying that I have to pay 50%. She's complaining about that.
She's complaining about.
She doesn't want to pay 50%.
Or maybe
of
it
the
needs
bill.
to be, based on what they're making.
What they're making.
But Tay, I want to say thank you so much for coming and joining us here on Horrible
You were
Decisions.
so much fun.
Thank you.
I loved it. We actually did a whole bunch of fucking sex talk too, which I feel like people may be missing a little bit. So we got real raunchy this episode. Before we get out of here though, let our listeners know where they can find you on socials and also your website, which also is in the bio of your Instagram.
So my Instagram is FairyHoe Mother 1, and my website is HoeU.org, and it's called Hoe University.
This hoe got
I was going to say like Hoe University.
It is Hoe University. That's the name of my
That's
company,
awesome.
Hoe University.
Awesome. and again, what do you offer on Hoe University?
So I teach classes on how to maneuver through night flirt. I also get you the models that you are going to play. I match you with the voice, get your bio. I get you completely set up. It's a 1, 2, 3 thing.
Love
and
it.
Get you making money. And you get inside of my exclusive group on Facebook where other girls are making money too. So
awesome. I like that. And so we're going to put her information in the description of this bio. I'm sorry, not the bio, the description of this episode. And again, we're looking forward to seeing you guys in Charlotte and Orlando this week. We going to turn up. Weezy got us going to be ratchet, I guess. So let me go ahead and put my sneakers on for Orlando because we about to come.
I'm wearing sneakers too.
We juking. What we doing?
My mom, by the way, she was like, so what am I going to be wearing? I'm thinking sequin pants. I said, the show's at 3. Thanks, Mom. We're good.
Right. No, here go my mama. I don't know why. My mama ain't shit. She's like, you going to put me at a table, right? I'm like, yes, Mom. You don't have to just, what did you think? Yes, Mom. Jesus Christ. And my cousin's coming. So I'm excited that we get to finally go back to our hometown. My former, like one of my best friends growing up in middle school, and also my teammate. We played AAU intramurals and basketball for years together. She's like, I got my ticket. See you on the 7th. And I'm just like, oh, thank you. Can't wait to
I have
see
a
you.
neighbor. I used to live at 55 West in Orlando. Shout out to Orlando's listeners. There was a girl that I checked out on the elevator all the time. And I was always like, you looking cute today, da-da-da-da. And so she was writing me in DMs. And then finally, I saw the last DM. She was like, I know you won't hit me back, but you still want to fuck me all the time. Ooh. Now I guess you lit so you don't. But anyway, I'll be there on the 7th. I was like, wow.
That is crazy. None of my old hoes from Orlando better show up because I don't like them no more. These niggas from high school still be trying to fuck. I'm like, I know we fucked in high school, but I'm like, no.
I think my nigga might be coming to the show because he was like, you know, I guess I got to see your mama. I was like, nah, because I'm finna bring my look.
Yeah, no.
My little drug dealers. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all see a nigga in there that look like he sells cocaine, he with me, and I know
he's with Weezy. If you see a guy who looks like he may or may not have played ball overseas, he's probably one of, nah. Let me stop. Anyways, guys, again, we got bonus episodes, lit as fuck, over on Patreon. There's over 60 over there, so if you haven't yet, become a patron. We've been definitely like talking, posting more. Weezy done set up a group chat for the top tier. And again, we've been meeting all of y'all at the live shows. They're all linking up in the cities. So if you feel like you can only go to one of our live shows by yourself, go ahead and become a patron because you can link with our other patrons and be on that bitch live in full effect and meet a lot of people who are just like you. So go ahead, sign up on Patreon. That's patreon.com/horrible decisions. Also go to Horrible Decisions now and get your tickets. We coming to all y'all motherfucking hoes. So get your tickets now. This has been yet another episode of Horrible Decisions. Bye.
This girl wrote me and she is a top tier patron, which is really what made me write her back. And she also wrote a very thought out, sorry, I kept her so long.
That's okay.
Very well thought out letter. She is referring to episode 56, Valentine's or Galentine's. I'll play the clip for you guys. So here's what she says. Hello, Wheezy. I know this may not get seen, but this has been bothering me for quite some time. I understand the motive behind your show's outline is for the awareness in a Black community, but I do get offended that I've paid $15 a month to hear about how Horrible Decisions is made for Black women when as a mixed ethnic Latino relates to your show. I have always been able to sideswipe the comments about Latino women, which is crazy because I don't really feel like we be talking shit, but all right. I do appreciate the love for Afro-Latino from Latinas from all areas in the spectrum can relate to you. I don't understand how you could always just make Horrible Decisions a Black thing when your audience has become so broad, especially when no matter what type of Latino we may be, we're still minorities. But, hold on. Okay, sorry guys. I'm in my hotel room and I'm trying to fucking do this Patreon episode with Eddie because you guys love Eddie and also trying to fucking get my money at the same time. Okay. Especially when no matter what type of Latino we may be, we are still minorities. Yes, our struggles are not the same, but it's a struggle we deal with on a regular. Black women have overcame slavery, prejudice, segregation, and fixation for years, but Latin women have as well. A lot of our mothers and fathers left their countries with no stability or strength, education. I don't say we had it bad, but we had similar struggles. And I feel like the show relates to women who don't have a comfort space to speak on this stuff. Because how do I ask my Mexican grandmother about sucking dick? I can't because one, it's out of place, and two, it's taboo in a lot of cultures and societies. And I just hope this comes across when it's bothersome that I've invested in you guys and I'm placed in a category where it doesn't feel relatable. It also bothered me in another patron who's Latino. Please be aware of our love and support. In the clip, Mandy and I are talking about people recognizing us in public. And I said, sometimes when I'm out, Black people look at me and I wonder if it's a Black thing, like, oh, I see you, or if it's because this podcast. And then I said, oh, on the cruise, come in. It's not a Black thing. It's a Horrible Decisions thing. So she said it bothered her that I said Horrible Decisions was a Black thing.
Right.
And I wrote back this. And I want you to tell me if it was harsh as a Latin man.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I can't apologize for this. Our show is a Black thing. Just because you're welcomed in this space doesn't mean it's not a Black thing anymore. I celebrate Latinas, love the culture, but I think it's unfair to pick apart, especially when there aren't many spaces that celebrate Black people or Latinos. But remember, we are Black girls. I don't relate to you in the story of you and your Mexican grandmother, but I relate to it with my Black grandmother. There's no excluding you, but you've got to recognize how your feelings are problematic. I literally mentioned on the sex injuries episode that Latinas should be included in the conversation with high mortality rates too. It's not a Latina show, but I can't apologize that you got offended for me saying the black thing. Not even white listeners write me about this because they understand the purpose behind Whoreible. I'm sorry you felt that way, but I'm glad you wrote me. I thought I've been thinking about it all night. And I really feel like I have to double down on not saying sorry.
No, you can't say sorry.
And what she wrote was nice, but didn't it feel like, why not me too? What the hell? It's okay. Hi, Aaron. My makeup artist is here, and No, I'm good. Thank you so much. I'm almost done. You can set up. So, yeah, I don't know. What was your favorite black thing growing up, and have you ever felt?
Dude, this is insane. No offense against this person. I'm glad you support our podcast. I'm glad you feel like you're a part of it, but for you to feel excluded is absolutely not right. And here's why. Growing up, I listened to a lot of Mos Def and Talib Kweli. I love Black Star. Did I say, hey man, what about me? I can enjoy black culture and not feel like it and look at it from afar and be like, that's amazing. And not feel excluded. I should be excluded. It's not my experience.
Yo, she got really mad. I was like,
Who
I can't
cares?
believe you compared me to a white listener. And I was like, bro,
It's insane.
the white listeners have never said.
If you want a podcast tailored to you exactly, then go listen to one.
I'm like,
I'm
feeling bad because as a feminist, I'm like, did I push her away with my response?
You didn't
then
say anything
she
bad.
writes me back. And actually, I was surprised she didn't get it. Problematic. I wasn't trying to be, and I apologize for you feeling that way, but I'm bothered that you're not grasping the growth of your word. I fully understand that your show is meant to be a black thing, but your words, your voice, and ability has reached women, not just one race or culture. And my issue is that you can say we started off as a black thing, grown into a woman thing. No, I can't. No, I can't say that. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this black thing influenced women.
Yeah.
Wasn't meant to be for everyone else, but it grew. But just because it grew doesn't mean I'm going to say, okay, well, now it's not black shit. Because it is, my nigga. And it still is.
I agree, except for the N-word part.
Because of hearing your struggles as educated myself and other women, we've invested money into your brand to see you both win and grow because I support your word as a young woman who has a platform to speak on things. But to hear that I'm welcomed as if it was a privilege to relate to sex is hurtful.
What?
My opinion may have came on strong because I stress the fact that I'm Latino, but it's discredited when I've invested so much and you can't understand. And it's offensive, basically, her saying it was harsh that I compared her to a white girl. And I only compared her to a white girl because to me, when you see people complain about why can't I be in this space, it's white girl shit.
Yeah, it's also kind of like a joke. It's like, like, I want to speak to your manager. It's kind of like, listen, it's okay to be excluded from things that aren't exactly you. That's the point of enjoying culture that isn't yours.
It empowered her, influenced her, educated her. That's great. But I still feel like you can be educated by someone else.
Do you go to an Indian restaurant and be like, no burger? Come on, man. Did you ever think about if someone came in here that was a white guy?
No, I hate fusion. Okay?
Yeah.
So then, I said to her, I feel like, did someone write BET when they got big and say, okay, now wait. Now on BET, there's Latino representation.
Right.
Shit, they hired a friend of the show, Sharonis. He's Afro-Latino, but whatever. There's Latinos on that show, on that channel. And there's some white people in their shit, but it's a fucking black
of course.
Channel. So I don't know why I have to hide that. And even when I was thinking about her saying I've invested in this and it's not for me, bro. I'm just thinking of one white listener in particular right now. Her name's Shannon that fucking drove hours to our show. White as fuck. And one time was Shannon mad she spent her white ass fucking dollars on these black girls. And when I put money into Latinos or Latin businesses and shit like that, or even listen to podcasts like particularly Bodega Boys where all fucking Mero does is bring out the Dominican flag and talk about how he's there for Dominicans.
Yeah.
I don't feel excluded because I know that this is an art or
just enjoying culture from afar. That's fine.